Ticket number 5. Hi, my name is Ellie. When I sign into my account, it displays an error message. Can someone help me resolve this issue? And then basically it tells you that Ellie's machine is located on app server under Hyper-V, and this is a VM named Ellie. So you already know what is app server at this point. So let's go to our lab and then see what Ellie is facing. Remember to uh, take some time, watch what basically she has already put in there. But then when you go to the machine, that's where you really want to determine of what this means, because this could be so many things. I mean, this is how a user will just say error, right? They're not going to explain the whole technical terms of the error. So then you need to go to the lab or the real machines in your company, and then you need to actually see it. Or if you can't see it and it's remote, then of course you need to ask them, what do you see on the screen? Because you really want to clarify what is the error about. So you're gonna log into your machine by right-clicking on the desktop, whichever app server you have, and let's get into the machine. So at this point, if any other machines are running for lab practice, you can shut it down. Of course, the best practice is to go into the machine and shut it down. But again, these are labs. So here is Ellie, and let's suppose she came to work after some time, or let's suppose she's a brand new employee. Whatever she is, at this point, she's trying to get into the machine, right? So she's going to go ahead, turn on her laptop or desktop in front of that. She's sitting, this could be either from home or this could be also inside the work office. In most cases, our approach right now is inside the office approach, because we're trying to learn things in the beginning, and then we will move into more advanced stuff later on, like such as remote troubleshooting and things like that. So let's go ahead and turn it on and connect to that virtual machines inside your app server. So let's go ahead and maximize it, and let's see what's going on with this machine. In your document, Ellie username and password is already given to you, and you know she's also a part of your Active Directory. So you know that she is in there. She's your employee, and of course, she's trying to get into the system. So let's go ahead. This is a Windows 10 machine. So I'm going to basically click inside this screen, and then we're going to do other user because she's trying to log in. This indicates that this machine was already joined to a domain and the internet is working. So let's go ahead and type Ellie, and then we will do password. All right, this is a very common type of error you're going to get, or a message. We can't sign you in with this credential because your domain isn't available. Make sure your device is connected to your organization's network and try again. If you previously signed in to this device with another account, you can sign in with that credentials. Now, before you do anything, what should you do? Like, this could be many scenarios right now. This machine could be down for many days and it lost its connection with the domain, or it could have some sort of other networking issues going on and it can't connect to the domain, or there could be account related issues. So the first thing you need to make sure that in this case, what do you think? Pause this video and think about it before I give you the answer. All right, so I'm going to give you the answer because you paused the video. And of course, the first thing you need to first check on Active Directory, does Ali account works? Like, is her account active in Active Directory? Because that's the main thing, right? What if somebody did something to her account? So first thing, you need to go back to your domain now, and let's go to DCA, and let's go ahead and do all control delete on the server and log in with our account. And here, what do you need to open? Active Directory. If you don't know this stuff, of course, you're missing very fundamental knowledge. You need to go back to our fundamental courses to do this sort of learning. So now if you do Active Directory, let's open Active Directory here. And do you know which department Ellie is working on? If let's say you didn't know that, how do you search in Active Directory? That's another question you should be asking. So now if you open Active Directory, you see we have Active Directory right here. You need to click on it and then click on this little search icon. And then what you need to do is entire directory, select that, and let's search for Ellie. So there you go. Now, immediately when we open Ellie, her account is what? What do you see right here? It's a little arrow going on. This means her account is disabled. For whatever reason it's disabled, we don't know that. You can ask this question from your managers, your coworkers. They could have done it for a reason, or maybe something happened and now you found out. The first issue is we need to enable her account. There you go. We enabled her account, and her account is now enabled. You can actually right click on it and you see it's already enabled now. So now that we have enabled our account, let's go back to the machine and let's see if that issue is fixed by just enabling her account. So let's go back to the app server. And again, the tip is that if you want to use two tabs, you can do that. You don't have to go back, disconnect, all that kind of stuff. I'm just showing you, if you have one screen, one reason for one screen, you can do that. But you can also create a new tab and open two devices in two tabs. Okay, so let's get back to Ellie's machine again and do other user, and let's do Ellie, and the password is the same password. We get the same issue. So this is not related to Ellie's account, right? Very simple. That's how you learn. The error is telling us that we can't sign you in with this credential because your domain isn't available, right? So it's still not related to the account right here. So let's leave this on like this. So I'm going to show you the next technique, like, to make it easy for your lab. So I'm going to leave this on like that. And now I'm going to get back to the DCA, which is my domain controller. So then I have now one tab, the machine is on, another tab, I have a different device. So what should I do next? All right, you can pause the video and you can think about it, but let's go ahead. Let's check the computer, because the computer is also added to the domain. So we're going to come over here and, oh, do you see LEA is already disabled? That's another issue. We don't know why it's happened, but it could happen. Somebody have done it, right? I mean, how would you know? This is how you need to come and first find out. You cannot just sit here and try to troubleshoot. You can troubleshoot all you want, but if it's disabled, you really can't fix this. And if it's like the account is disabled, you can try all you want. It's not going to work. So the whole point of me taking you back to Active Directory is if you don't know this stuff, you can't troubleshoot. And the funny thing, sometimes we get a negative comments from people that, why are you teaching Active Directory? It's advanced stuff. You shouldn't be teaching this stuff. Well, then forget about working in IT support and moving up in your career, because then you can just, like, somebody will teach you how to reset a password, but they will never teach you how to troubleshoot. Then you can always reset a password for the next 5 years. You will never grow in this career. So learning this thing is important, and you're seeing that live example right now. So let's go ahead and enable this account. So we enabled it. So let's go back now and let's see if that also fixed our issue or not. So we're going to go back here and we're going to type, and we get the same problem. So now what do we need to do here? When we enable that machine, we actually have to restart the machine as well. So let's go ahead and restart it. If that didn't fix it, then we have to do another method. Now, again, remember, this error could have multiple solutions. It's not like, that if you know one of the most advanced way to troubleshoot this and you have to know that stuff. No, you can fix it with the most simple way and the most effective way, whichever works for you, to make this account go back to the domain and to make Ellie work is your main goal, not to become that person where you say, oh wow, I can fix this through some remote command and boom, and I will fix it this way. This is the most technical way I'm going to do it. No, it doesn't matter to us, to managers, to directors, to the people who want to make sure that Ellie is back to work. They don't care about that. It's only you care about it. So you need to make sure that whatever is a simple, whatever works for you in the beginning, do that, and then later on do all these extra technical stuff that if you would like to do that. So now that I restarted the machine, Let's go back, click on other user, and let's do Ellie and put the password, and we get the same issue. So now you know the account is working, the computer is enabled, then there's something else going on. So now, you as a technical person, how can you even solve this issue when Ellie cannot even log in? So another thing that you can do, can you log in with a local account? Now, if you don't know how to get into the machine locally as an admin, then again, you need to really go back to the fundamentals because that's just the basics. Like, if you don't know how to get to a machine on a local accounts, you can fix that machine in most cases, right? Let's suppose this machine is totally off the domain. Your domain admin account is also not working. Sometimes I work with the cache stuff. Let's say it's not working. Then you really can't get in unless you really break into this machine some other method. And there are methods available. I'm not going to go through that because the proper method is that, do you know your local admin account? Somebody have to have this account way to log into this one. This is a local one. You see how when I clicked on it, it's not giving me information. But if you don't see that you know the machine name, so you're going to type Ellie like that slash, and then you can type, let's say, admin, and then here you can type the password. That's another way. If you don't know the machine name, you can remove Ellie from here, type dot like that, and it will give you the machine name, dot slash admin. It will actually give you the machine name. And then when you type admin, you log in, you're going to be logged in as a local admin user in this machine to fix this issue. So let's recap. If you get this type of error, any domain type of error, and you just can't get it fixed, you need to log into that machine locally as an admin to like whichever account is the admin account in that machine. And let's say you're new to this company, you simply should go to your coworker, managers, whoever is you're in charge. What is the local admin password? Because I need to fix this issue. It's a domain related issue. I checked the account, it's enabled, computer is enabled, no problem with that stuff. And then you can also log into a different machine with the Ellie's credentials. See if there is any password related issue. You can reset the password for Ellie just to temporarily reset it. It could be she locked herself out, right? And log in as Ellie with a different machine. So you know Active Directory is working. It's only this machine is having an issue. So then your focus is going to be only on this machine. Because if other stuff is happening, you already ruled that out by logging her into a different device and everything is good to go. So once you log in with a local account, the first thing we need to check that is this network. Does the DNS address is the DNS address correct in this? Because if the DNS is not correct, then of course that's the first thing. This computer can't even reach to your domain in this lab specifically. In most cases, in the real world network, you're not going to have this issue because your DNS is probably already automatically connected to your current DNS. So what we can do right now, we can right click on this little icon, go to the internet settings. Then we're going to click on change adapter option. Now remember, this is only for this lab. Again, the reminder, this is automatically going to work. You don't have to do this step at least, but check it. What if your DNS is still like you do have some sort of DNS issue, like maybe somebody come and messed around with the DNS. Checking is always a good thing. So right now, this is the network we are using, Ethernet 2. Let's go to properties. Go to IPv4 properties, and you see that our DNS is actually not pointing to the domain, which is the first issue in this lab. But in your work environment, you shouldn't be touching this area. So let's fix this 168.2, actually it's 3, and then we have the DNS address is 165. So now if I click OK and I basically close this. And if I, let's say, log out and log back in, so what will happen is that we may be able to get this thing working. So that's maybe, I'm not sure. So let's try it. Let's go to sign out and let's see if we can log in Ellie with our domain connection. Okay, we're back. Let's try it one more time. And boom. So that was the issue. It was just not pointing to the right DNS. And when we fixed the DNS, everything worked. But like I said, in most cases, that could be already done in your company. So that may not be an issue, right? So let's say you still got the error. What will be the next step to fix this? You need to remember, you know how to join a computer to a domain. You did that in the tasks. You also need to know how to remove a computer from a domain and rejoin it to the domain. So then all of these connections get started again, and that will fix an issue. And I'm going to show you quickly how can you remove Ellie from the domain and rejoin her. Then that issue probably most likely will get fixed. If this was not the case, like in our lab, that was the case. The DNS was the case. But that fix can fix almost this type of issue 90%, I would say. So now let's suppose Ali can log in the same way, and let's say the DNS fix is not the fix. So the same way you're going to do the other user, and you see now I don't see my computer name. So what is the way to find it? Dot slash, and then it gives you the name and the admin, which is a local account admin, and then you're going to go to the password and then log in again. And we need to remove this computer from the domain, which is also called unjoin this computer from the domain and join it back to the domain. This could be actually an interview test or a technical test or interview question. How do you do this? And you should be able to give a proper answer. So once you log in with a local admin account, what you need to do is click on or right click on the start menu in Windows 10 and then click on system. So you will see that Ali is already joined to the domain, but that's where the issue is. You need to redo it, fresh everything. So you're going to scroll down, click on advanced system settings here. And of course, there's other ways you can search for work group, domain, stuff like that to find this option. But you can click on advanced settings and it will give you that option. So here you go. You're going to click on computer name and then click on change. And this is where you need to go back to work group. You're removing this computer from manage to work group again. This is how you bought it, right? When you buy a computer with Windows operating system, that's how it comes. So we're going to remove it from the manage now and put it back on work group. So here you go. Well, it'll tell you that, once you leave, blah, 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 that's fine. You're going to click OK. It's probably going to ask you for username and password, maybe. But since this is an admin account, we don't know. It probably will prompt. So there you go. And that is the help desk account that you have because if you're doing something this technical or this high access related stuff, it's definitely going to ask you for the username and password. So this is where you need to put your lab account or the Active Directory admin account and just put that password and it should go back to work group. Let's say welcome to work group and that's it. You just need to restart this machine. And then what you need to do, you will restart this machine, log back into the admin again and put it back on domain. That's it. That's what's going to fix that issue basically, mainly. Now, if you're new to IT, I'm definitely going to make this tip here. Doing this restart, putting back, going back, doing all that stuff sometimes annoys the new IT professionals. They feel like, why is this too much, this type of stuff? Why can't it be just so simple, like just change the name and that's it, done, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You gotta develop that patience. If you want to become an IT professional, this is what we deal with on daily life. Like we work with servers, we have to wait for updates, we have to restart things, try again, wait for it, come back again. That's only your mental thing. You just need to work on that, accept the reality that they're not that fast or they don't have these kind of solutions in any other systems where you just click and things are going to work like that. So that is something you definitely need to work on as a new professional. So now this machine is on work group, so there will be no domain profiles anymore. It's just one account, and that's something you already know. So let's go ahead and log in with your admin password. So same method, you're going to right click, go to System Advanced Properties, and it's going to open that box. Another way, like I said, there are many ways when you start learning things. You can run a command like this, just type run, and from here you can just type System Properties Advanced. So just like that, system, so there's no S, properties advanced, and then click OK. And that probably will save you from multiple clicks. So you see, get to the same point. This way you can also learn more stuff. But here you go. You're going to click on change. We're going to put this machine back on the domain. What is our domain name? Your Active Directory name is jobskillshare.org. In your lab, it could be B, C, D, whatever domain you have, you need to know that, right? How do you know that? By going back to your domain controller and finding it out. We're going to click OK now. It's probably going to prompt us for username and password. There you go. Put that same help desk, help admin A, which is your Active Directory admin account, and password, and boom, we're back on domain again. And that's it. Once you restart this machine, that error should definitely go away. If it's still not going away, then of course, internet is open for you. Go ahead and try other things because it could be other issues as well. But the main ones are like this one, right? The rest is for you to find out new things, and now you know how to actually troubleshoot this type of issues. So hopefully, Ticket 5 was really good for you. And now, next, what you need to do, go to the interview prep and utilize it if you're going for interviews, or just practice more in your own environments, or maybe using your practice labs that you have access, and do a lot of practice in that as well. All right, now it's time to submit a ticket to us for grading. So let's go ahead and open after restarting, make sure you log in with Ellie's account. So you're going to do Ellie like this, and then you're going to log in. So what you need to do is go ahead and open CMD, and this is a great command for you to learn by finding out the information about this Windows user. Like, every time you work with somebody and you say you don't know anything about this user, you can just go here to CMD. So you will type this command, who am I? This is a great command for you to find things out about the user. So you can type who am I, and it tells us that you are actually logged into your domain ID, which is dc/Ellie. Then next you can use your up arrow like that, so you don't have to type it again. And then now you need to type FQDN right here, just like that. This tells us that you are a part of this domain, which is your domain, DCA. If we find that we gave you DCA, but you're in DCB, then this means you failed this ticket. Was the first part of this whole thing, is that you cannot use somebody else's domain, somebody else's machines. That would be against our policies. So this confirms that you are on the right machine. Now later, of course, you can play around with this who am I command, and you can just put more stuff. You can just put user here like this, and it gives you more information, the SID information. You could put like a group in there, just like that, groups, and it'll give you the group informations. So many different things you can do with the who am I, or you can just type this like that and just type all, just like that. So it gives you all that information. But of course, we don't need all this information. You need to go back up here, and we need the first, these two, just like that, just highlight it like that, and take a screenshot by using your picture feature in your lab. So right click and it will download it, and then of course you go back to the assignment, click on start assignment, upload this, and let us know what do you think about this ticket, what did you learn, and anything else if you would like to tell us. We'll grade it and we'll put our response in here. Thank you.